The neon still hums on the corner. The jukebox still sings in the back. But the faces I knew from the old days, well, most of them never came back. Johnny still tells the same stories, though his hair's gotten whiter with time. And the waitress named Sue, she just laughs and says, guess we all gotta find ways to shine.
And the old piano still whispers like it's got something left to say. Through the laughter and whiskey, it's still playing for time every day.
Sing us a song, you're the piano man. Play us a tune we all know. One for the dreamers, one for the lost, one for the fools on the road. Tommy still leans on the bar rail, but he don't talk about moving away. He just sips at his beer and remembers how he swore he'd be leaving someday. The old man in Bill's favorite corner still raises a glass to the past. And every now and then someone asks me, do you ever think this song will be your last? And the old piano still whispers like it's got something left to say. Through the faces and voices, it's still playing for time every day. Sing us a song, you're the piano man. Play us a tune we all know. One for the dreamers, one for the lost, one for the fools on the road. I guess we all chase something that fades. Some found their place, some lost their way. But as long as there's one soul left to sing, I'll be right here, still playing. Sing us a song, you're the piano man. Play us a tune we all know. One for the dreamers, one for the lost, one for the We were raised on rust and freedom, en las sombras de fábrica sin luz, where the boots got worn and the truth got torn, y el rico nos robó la cruz. But we learned to fight with calloused hands. We bled red, white and blue. No pueden borrar lo que el pueblo levantó, jamás nos quitarán la luz. We ain't going quiet, none, unless the point. Du kannst uns nicht blenden, wir sehen es rein. They're taking our bread, they're taking our homes. Mais notre feu brûle et ils n'ont pas le trône. Raise that flag. cut the cords on the working class. Dicono che il sistema è troppo fragile, but we built these roads, we paid those tolls. Ora ci trattano come inutili. The TV lies ai politici we don't know, mentre tua madre finisce le pillole. But the soul of the land don't die so fast, è nascosta nelle colline tranquillo. No nos callamos, alzamos la voz. Wir stehen auf Recht, wir sind nicht los. Sie brennen Vinos, Mesa und Notre Dame. No nasz Belajet, Agoin, ogni fascio nasz pavé. Raise that flag, suonano le chitarre. Hear the people near and far. We ain't going quiet, we rise again. Voices of thunder, hearts of flame. Nos roban el pan, nos arrebatan los sueños. E poi si nos appelle libre. Aber wir vergessen nie, Buria bliska, im Winnis Klonise. Not today, not today. We ain't going quiet, no. We're standing tall from the factory gates to the urban sprawl. Somos los gritos que tiemblan el suelo. Le voix du feu con quiet mueves. Fears in the Hoffnung aus altem Stahl. Le anime ribelli che non cadranno mai. Raise that flag, united we burn. No matter the tongue, the truth returns. We ain't going quiet, not this time. This is our world. This is our line. Jamás callaremos. Nous sommes la vérité. Visit us forward. Non ci arrenderemo. Jamás.
In case of you guys wondering about Broke Fishing, well, I stole his fucking channel. So, yes, this is Citizen Z, and I am on Broke Fishing's YouTube channel. I stole it. It's mine. I'm on my channel, and I am on his Twitch. So welcome all. If you're expecting Broke, well, maybe he will find out I am live. You never know, man. So I felt a little bit bad today because I had to go to Rumble to show my shit because YouTube won't let me show the shit over here, right? So I figured, fuck it, I'll go live. Nobody else is live. So if you guys want to see, I'll send a text out to Ron and shit, and maybe I'll send one out to Broke Fishing. So, yes, but anyways, I'm live. I figured we could start a panel up, have a conversation, see what the hell's happening. But I'm going to play one more song, and then we're going to open up the panel. So, which one do I want? You know what? I'll play Broke's song. Fuck it.
The sun sets slow on this two-lane road. Wind hums low like a song we both know. I can almost hear your whisper in the trees, like a melody still calling out to me.
I never left, I'm still right here. In every breeze
the dark, like the echo of your laughter in my heart. I ain't lost, just walking along a mile, knowing someday I'll see your smile. Let the wind carry my love to you, every sunset, every blue. No goodbye, no far away, I'm in your heart, I'm here to stay. You're still walking beside me, hand in mine, through the dust, through the dawn, through the sands of time. I can feel you in the rhythm of the rain, like a sweet southern breeze calling my name. Still walking beside me, still holding on tight. Yeah, love like ours never says goodbye.
So, if you're expecting Broke Fishing and you're on Broke Fishing's channel, well, Citizen Z and I hijacked it. And in my defense, I was left unsupervised. So I stole his channel. But the link is pinned in my channel, if you want to go over there. And I was just going to play some music, and unless somebody wanted to come up, and we'll find out what happens, man. But I'm just going to play a little bit of music in the, just play some music, man. Just release your soul and play some music and just relax, man. That's the way I look at it. But, yep, I'm going to play some music. Let me cue it up here. Let's see here. Yes. Intense AI now is awesome, man. Intense AI is awesome now. It's multilingual. I can do up to 36 different languages so far. I still got to find some dialects out there, but that was just a sample of what's coming, and I just wanted to give everybody a sample of it. But anyways, I'm going to play some music in the background. Well, I'm going to play some music and sit back and relax and listen, man. You want to come up? Click the link. If you don't, just sit back and listen to some music.
Are you walking past the mine where Bobby gave his breath to the company line? They paid him dust, they took his name, they left him bones and shiftless pain. Are you walking past the mine?
Are you crossing through the pines where Brandy walks alone, counting nickel dimes? 3 mouths to feed, no rest, no flame, no dream survives the hunger game. Are you crossing through the pines? They said obey and you'll be free. The chains come dressed in a suit and tie. Are you by the iron tracks, where Doug still drives through nights of black?
His hands are cracked, his heart is worn. He swore one day he'd not be torn. Are you by the iron tracks?
They paved their road with broken men, told us we'd rise, then took again. A red car flashed, the deal was done, and now we work beneath their sun. Are you at the final tree, where paper debt becomes decree? We traded time for a rusted breath, we marched through hours into death. Are you still next to me? They said, obey and you'll be free. But freedom bled in a suit and tie. The wage was low, the price was high. Are you still asking why? Are you coming home tonight, where ghosts all sing in the dying light? Woke up cold in a busted bed. Last night's worry still in my head. Boots by the door got holes in the sole, but I lace them up like I'm in control. I'm broke, but I'm still breathing. Barely holding on, but I ain't leaving. They can steal my time, they can drain my pride, but I got fire that don't die inside. I'm broke, but I'm still breathing. Cupboard's bare and the rent came due. Phone got cut and the lights might too. But I got songs that they can't erase, and a will to fight they can't replace. I'm broke, but I'm still breathing. Tired as hell, but I ain't pleading. They can lock the gate, they can shut me down, but I'll rise again from underground.
Ryan, where'd you go, Ryan? Oh, well, while we wait for Ryan to come back,
I'm broke, but I'm still breathing. You can bury my name in a stack of bills, but I don't bow and I never will. I'm broke, but I'm still breathing. One more storm, I'm still outwitting. I may bend, but I never break. They can't crush what they didn't make. I'm broke, but I'm still breathing.
Are you there, Ron?
Yep, I'm here. I'm back.
Yay!
What's happening?
Not much, man. What you doing?
Not much. I was sitting here watching some Netflix.
Oh, yeah, I decided to go live. Nobody else was doing the panel.
Yeah, I thought about it. But I start watching, was it Mobland? They had it come out today, and I start watching the series Happy. I think it's Happy Face or something.
Right.
Happy Face Killer, serial killer.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
Oh, I stole Brooks' channel, by the way. We're live streaming on his YouTube too. Hey, in my defense, I was left unsupervised, man.
I like that Mobland. That's pretty good. Have you ever
Hey,
watched
did you watch
it?
any of the Pink Panther?
I don't. What, yesterday or?
Hey,
I think I don't know if I was outside or I was outside and I was sleeping. I missed it.
look over on Rumble if you like them.
I do. The only thing I didn't like about Pink Panther was always, it was like a silent cartoon.
Well, they
So-
took that very seriously, though, because they wanted to make laughter out of silence and the music.
And it
And
makes
so-
kids,
Yeah.
made people think too.
Mhm.
Made them pay attention a little bit more. Things.
Yeah, what did you think of the new song I made?
I liked it. Like as soon as I popped up, I watched it or listened to it. Both. We got Rose in the chat.
Yep, that's from Brooks' channel, I think.
Oh, okay.
And hey, Ron, I want to ask you a question.
Go for it.
So, You know I don't care what I discuss on my channel, right?
Yeah.
So I'm going to ask you a question. I would love your honest opinion. So let's say they impeach Trump, right? Let's say everything goes to the House of Representatives. They impeach Trump, right? It goes to the Senate. Whether the Senate picks it up or not, let's say they do, and they evict him from office. But he has total 100% immunity. How do they enforce that?
Well, under the immunity, what would be called immunity clause is he's immune to his doings, his crimes. Now, if a body such as Congress puts forth a bill to impeach a president, it doesn't have to be Trump. This is a movement of the work. This is like our representatives
Right.
filing a document, you know, in a court of law or as a company or whatever to
Right.
remove the CEO, let's say. And so it has to be binding. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Everything gets signed, sealed, and delivered. He would be impeached. But let's go
For
to
the
reality.
third time.
We step back to reality. Republicans dominate the House and Senate, and they're not going to impeach Trump. So
No.
it's all a waste of time.
Because-
It's all trying to waste Trump's time.
Right.
You know, the Democrats are trying to occupy space where they can't get Republicans can't get none of his stuff done.
Right.
You know, they're just it's a delay tactic.
I heard some really scary shit, man.
Well, I've heard two
He
things.
did,
Two things in the last week. He's dissembling the First Amendment.
Mhm.
You know, we're gonna start financing. Oh, there's a case that came before the Oklahoma Supreme Court, and it was pushed to the federal Supreme Court for funding religious schools with taxpayer dollars. That is against separation of church and state. What was the other one? Freedom of speech. He's attacking our schools system, funding schools, the regular schools. Wants to take away freedom of speech of APR. Is it APR in PBS? API. Okay, yeah. And PBS.
And NPR.
Yeah, NPR. Okay, that's what it was. I got them confused.
Right, NPR.
What's next? Free Radio America?
Well, see, you know, I've been doing a lot of fucking deep dive into this, Ron, lately. And they slashed all the programs, you know, for the homeless. I went to the shelter down there today, and they have literally, they're getting food from the food bank. Literally, they slash all food, they slash the heat, they slash the electric, they slash the funding. And in 2 months, they have no choice but to close their doors.
Mm-hmm. I already told you a couple of them closed here.
Mm-hmm.
It's, you know, they're going to do away with funding to help the poor people. Now,
He was asked about the U.S. Constitution. He says he doesn't know whether he wants to follow it or not.
That's his job. His job is to protect the Constitution, to uphold and protect the Constitution. That is one of his primary jobs. It's in the oath.
No.
It's in the oath. I mean, not in his mind, but it is in the oath. You know,
And
our society has lost touch with the basic foundation of politics.
yeah, they lost fucking reality, man. Because this guy is deporting American citizens, even though that they did crimes. Well, I'm sorry. If an American citizen did a crime in the United States, then he should be punished in our jails, not sent to some other country.
Well, that would require due process.
Right. Which there is none.
Yeah, and I don't think no 3-year-olds committed crime. You spoke about that the other day about the 3-year-old,
Yep.
and I did too.
So Black Watch,
Oh shit! I don't know what I'm doing. I'm trying to get the camera off.
Just hit that little camera button. Put your avatar back up.
I can't find it.
You know, there's to the left. There's a microphone, and then there's the camera.
Yeah.
You don't want the microphone. You want the camera.
you go, Black Watch.
Did I get it?
Yep, you got it.
Yeah, there it is.
What was it? I just heard something that he detained 2 immigrants that came here legally, I think.
Yep.
And their children too, and the children were born here. And ICE has them in, or they detained them. You know, which that right there's a violation of the kids, constitutional rights. I
They
don't know
want
about,
to arrest the governor, man.
we're headed down fucking 1930 again, man.
Because the governor spoke out against Trump's immigration policy, right? So Trump said, well, Holman said his borders are, if you do that, we're going to press federal charges and we're going to take you out in handcuffs and put you in a federal prison. To the governor.
I'm torn because I'm totally against the policy, but if they're an illegal immigrant committing crimes, they go through due process and get rid of them. I'm all for that.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm kind of torn because I don't believe the policy, but I believe if they're illegal and they're doing causing problems to American citizens and theft and crimes, there's something should be done.
Right.
So,
welcome, Sharmany.
Hello. Sorry I'm late.
how you doing?
I'm
Good.
okay. How are you doing? How are you doing?
And you rarely hear me speak out against Trump or for Trump. And there I was. I just kind of spoke for him because I do believe in part of the policy. I just don't believe in the policy the way it's being implemented.
I don't believe in the way he's handling it.
Yeah, the way it's being implemented, it's kind of drawing hatred to the surface.
I could be wrong. Wasn't Trump impeached twice during the first term?
Yes.
Yes.
And it didn't happen, did it?
Well, that's because the Senate folded.
Right. And personally, it's not going to pass into the Senate. It'll never see the light of day. They can, because all you have to have in the House is a simple majority to impeach him. But it'll never go to the Senate. But this guy is nuts, man.
He's not going to resign like Nixon.
No.
So the Senate
No, he will not go peacefully.
Yeah, the Senate can only remove him with the approval of the House, but the Senate's never going to vote for it.
No.
So he will never
He's
vote.
talking about 2028, Ron.
That's another thing. That's
They're
a
burning
violation.
books, Ron.
See, I've been saying this stuff since 2015, and it doesn't matter. I'm old. What I say doesn't matter. People just
It
call me a
doesn't because
liberal.
what can we do to bitch about it?
Yeah, I'm just a fucking liberal that's out of control and don't know what I'm talking about.
Wow. Okay.
Hey, that's what other people say.
I was going to say, I don't think I agree with it doesn't matter. I mean, my goodness.
Well, sure, what does our voice matter? Because no matter what we say, he's going to fucking do it anyways. They're burning books, man. I read like 5 articles today of where different cities are burning fucking books, man. Under Trump's orders. It's like, really?
That's just the
What do we
stuff.
gotta go see Kyle?
That's just the
Cool.
stuff we know about, is the way I see things sometimes, which is probably a piss poor attitude.
Going on, Israel. Now, see, they can't burn all the books because those books were also circulated throughout other states. The only thing they can really do is block them from their libraries and their stores in their states. And those are conservative states that are doing all this. I hate to pinpoint it on one party, but it's the truth.
Where did we see books getting burned before? Let me see.
All this stuff is relating back to the 1920s and 30s. We're
Good.
going through the same processes.
No shit. Sorry, Ron. I had to throw it in like that.
Well, no, it's true. I mean, I hate to fucking sound like, I don't know. I don't hate to sound like it because I just hate that nobody cares at all this shit. It just seems like everybody wants to, when you pinpoint these certain things that are similar to bad things that happened in the past, people want to blame the other side. So the conversation gets squashed because they want to just keep pointing fingers to the other way and divert attention from what's really going on. So that's why we get done.
It's like what I heard today, Ron. If the judges keep blocking him, he is thinking about doing the Insurrection Act, where he takes total control, and nobody can shut him down after that.
Well, he's already arrested one judge.
Yep.
And you know what really happened with that, don't you? Do you know? Did you read about it?
I think she just
No,
brought him into her chambers. Him and the lawyer, right?
Well, the FBI tried to come into her courtroom and arrest the guy.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
she said, I do not want this happening in my courtroom. This is not how the law works. The federal government does not walk into a state court and arrest a convicted criminal or a person that's on trial. That is not how our politics works. That only happens in places like Nazi Germany, or similar governments.
Yeah.
Now, that's what the Trump administration did. They wanted to walk into a Wisconsin, I think it's Wisconsin, judge's chambers and arrest somebody, or not chambers, but courtroom.
Milwaukee.
And she refused that, so they arrested her.
Yeah.
Which all she was trying to say is, wait till he walks out of here, and then arrest him.
Yeah.
But Ron, when we started arresting judges, we started arresting governors, we start arresting people who have a different opinion of the person that's running the country, we're in a deep shit, buddy.
Yeah, we are not any longer the United States of America.
We're not in Kansas anymore.
Yeah, we're not the United States of America no more. We have become into a total different realm. We're approaching fascism. Maybe not in the next 4 years, but maybe not in my lifetime, maybe not your lifetime, Z. Who knows? But it's coming soon to a neighborhood near us.
Dude, the prices. Look at what they're saying about Walmart, Amazon, Target, all the major outlets. And they're warning the customers, they're telling them, buy your shit now.
The shelves are going to be
Because
bare.
when the tariff hits, it's going to be expensive.
They're already they've already turned around shipments from China, from products that we buy daily. So get ready for the shelves to start slowly dwindling to be empty.
Well, they said that once the U.S. stock wears out, because no more shipments are coming in, prices are going to skyrocket.
And plus, it's going to be hard to get stuff.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, unless you're getting it strictly shipped from China,
And then they, for like Temu, right? They sent out a notice for all Temu people. Expect something that cost $7 yesterday to cost $27 to $37 tomorrow.
Mhm.
I don't know. And
And then they're slashing Medicaid, food stamps, Medicare, HEAP. What are these people going to do? They can't afford to fucking pay rent or eat now.
What are you worried about? The billionaires and millionaires are going to get tax breaks. I'm being sarcastic. I'm being, an asshole. But it's fucked up. It's really fucked up that we're taking from the people that are struggling, and the people that are sitting in the middle, which we really don't have a middle class, but we do. If you compare homeless to us, there is class differences.
True.
But we got a lot of people that have decent jobs and that are all for this guy. And it's like 20 to 30% of the people think everything's hunky dory.
Well, they just did. Fox got in trouble. They did a new poll and found that he lost like 9% of his popularity. He's down below 50%. And he started fucking having a rant on Fox over it.
Well, he's losing the people that are on the right, but in the middle.
And he also lost 6 Republicans in Congress that will not vote for anything he has to offer.
Yeah, I'll believe it when I see it, because they're good when they talk about it, and then when it comes up on the floor, all of a sudden you see 180, 0, or whatever the numbers are. It's always, they always say what you want to hear, what you like to hear, but when it comes down to voting, they fucking vote right down the line.
Yeah, because they'll bold-faced lie to you.
Yeah. I mean, that goes both sides. They do the same.
I was going to say, yeah, everybody lies.
Yeah, I ain't ashamed to fucking say Democrats do that, because they do.
I don't know if I should have said something. I don't know if I should have come up. I have COPD.
Why? Because Z was already speaking on.
No, I have COPD, and I'm going through a bit of a thing with it.
Are you all right, man?
I'm trying to get my mind off it,
Well, being up here, does that help?
Well, I started to cough the other night, and I just couldn't get a hold of it.
Oh, okay.
So I'm trying to, you know what I mean? If you ever had it, I'm trying to find some sanity before I hit 911. But anyway, it helped. If I could get my mind occupied.
Okay. What can we do to do that?
Well, it's a difference between is it anxiety or is it real? And I think it's real.
Right. I understand.
But sorry about that, but I thought I'd, just something that
Don't be sorry. We need to know.
out.
Thank
I'm
you for
sorry that
telling
you
us.
have COPD, man.
Yeah.
Been 15 years.
Hmm.
But anyway, yeah, I don't know what they're going to do. I heard all this blew up in Michigan while he was there, and he freaked out. I don't know. Not that you got to try it. Give it another 15 more years, Ron. You think anybody's going to care what you say? And what you
They
say?
don't care now.
That's what I mean.
You
Well,
need probably about 20 million people that think like me for anything to get done.
Yeah.
And not to mention think like me, they have to be boisterous like me.
Yeah.
Because nothing against anybody, that is against Trump, but there's a lot of fucking Democrats that are a bunch of fucking pussies. They tuck their tail and they run away. It's none of my business. Nobody's going to listen to me.
Well, look at his last he called it a caucus meeting. That something sound was so loud I had to cover my ears. That was ridiculous.
I know Blackwatch, you can't see what Z left up on the screen, but
I can't.
Graham's Beth says, I think Vance and his cabinet will declare incompetent after a while and have Vance take over, which could be worse.
Yeah.
That will never happen. Vance already seen what happened to Pence.
Yeah.
And
I'll be right back, Brad.
the Republicans have no balls, just like Democrats. When it comes against going against their president,
Mhm.
they're not going to do it.
Nobody wants to be the one to step forward.
Exactly. Nobody wants to take the fucking blame. Nobody wants to take the ridicule. And I see that with me because I'm so boisterous on some things that I say, and I'm being serious and I'm being sincere when I say certain things,
Hmm.
and it falls on deaf ears.
Right.
And I noticed, like, if I was into all the drama and all the, yelling and screaming, and I'd probably have tons of people, that come in my chats and everything.
Yeah.
But I'm not into the bullshit.
Mm-mm.
I'm not into fucking playing fucking stupid games when it comes to politics. When it comes to serious shit like homelessness, finances, what's really going on in our country, the repeating of history, these things are real. They're real.
No.
That Z's saying about burning the books. If you forget the past, you're doomed to repeat it.
Oh,
Exactly.
yeah, that's very true.
You can't learn.
You don't learn from the past. Exactly, Char. If you don't learn, you're going to repeat. Especially when they erase the shit. They want to say, oh, well, slavery was good for black people. Look, they got job quality.
I can see that though.
Who in the fuck in their right mind says that? But there's a lot of people out there that think like that.
Think that. Yes, you're right. Absolutely. It's disgusting, but yeah.
Hey, it adds more qualifications on your resume, man.
Jesus.
Didn't Al Green do something about impeachment? He did a long thing that was on YouTube.
Ain't nothing going to happen to this motherfucker except we're going to suffer.
Oh, yeah.
And I hate to say it, and Ron knows me. Ron knows I don't like to say this, but the lesser of two evils was Forget-Me-Not. At least he didn't slash all the fucking programs for the homeless and shit. He may not have remembered his fucking name, but the people behind him, at least they they paraded him around like an idiot, but, at least he didn't fucking slash everything, but, he was letting fucking all these people in, all the criminals in, and I agree with Ron. The criminals should go. The criminals should go. But, there are actually some people here that actually like this country. who were vets in the military, and they're afraid of being deported now.
Well, the majority of people that come here illegally are going to hide. They're not going to be out in broad daylight breaking laws and everything because they know they're going to go right back.
Good.
You know, if I'm let's just, you know, use another scenario. If I'm a serial killer, I don't go around advertising.
Right.
I don't, you know, go around every day trying to drag somebody to my house or drag somebody into an alley. You know, serial killers don't work like that. They work undercover. They sneakily watch people, and they, you know, criminals. Some criminals are brazen. Now, when it's just coming to breaking the law or acting tough, and they got the gang signs and all the fucking tattoos and shit, those motherfuckers got to go.
Good. I agree with that.
You know, they're blatantly saying they're putting billboards on their own body to, you know, parade around who they are.
Right.
You know, them kind of people are bad.
Yes.
Or misinformed, and they're just followers.
They just gotta get the fuck out, man.
Yeah. You know,
And I'm just telling you, man, it's just crazy because, you know, you can see it every day, and you know it's getting worse and worse every day. You know, down in DC, it's like a fucking war zone now. It was a war zone before. Now it's really a war zone.
yeah, the numbers are growing too.
You know,
Yeah, they are.
an interesting
Oh,
thing.
yeah.
You mentioned about he is impeached. Well, Ontario, you know Ontario, Ron. We have a conservative premier, but he does love the country. He does. He loves it. Well, it really went red, what you call red. But if you go out to Oshawa Bowmanville, which is where GM is, who did they elect? Conservative Giovanni. And guess who his ex-roommate was back in the day?
Yes, I am, man.
J.D. Vance.
Really?
Yep. And he's under.
I don't think I agree with Ryan. I don't think Vance will ever be pres, man, because
Well, no, I didn't say he never would be. I never said
he's
he would
not going to relinquish it. But you know, they've been doing this Simpson shit with all the predictions, right? And I have to tell you,
Uh-oh.
from the animators' point of view, and from what they have done over the years, I would believe at least half of them.
Well, you know, 10%. There's always that 10% that happens to come true.
Yep.
If you throw it up,
They got a lot of the predictions right, though, Ron.
well, if you throw it
Hollywood's on fire.
Z, I could make 100 predictions, or let's say 10 predictions, and I'm going to get probably 10% right. You know, I mean, or something's going to happen similar. You know what I'm saying? Nostradamus wasn't a genius. He couldn't see into the future. He took scenarios and predicted outcomes.
Right.
You know, that
True.
things just happen in sequence. So it's pretty easy to, and I don't like to say it that way. It's not easy, but it's not impossible to predict the future. It's not impossible.
No, they had predicted policing. Hey, did you see the new dogs that are out? The new robot dogs? There's a YouTuber that actually has one of these. And he mounted a flamethrower on it.
Jesus.
But, oh, yeah, you should see these new Oh, in fact, I'm going to show them to you. Ron, you will get a tickle out of this, man.
I think it was like 5 or so years ago, Detroit got their first robot police dog.
Yeah, but a flamethrower with it?
Well, it's not hard to attach these things to them.
No, I don't suppose it is.
Look at the
And it's got something like,
drones.
I was going to say, it's like Nova working it there. So watch out, Ron. You better lock your door.
Look at the drones that they're now using in Ukraine, you know, the war over there and everything. And we used them in some of our little mishaps or whatever. I don't want, if you want to call them wars. I don't call these oil wars. So when that's one thing where people not hate me because when you say you served in a like the Gulf War, it's not a patriotic thing. You fighting for the billionaires and millionaires and the oligarchs that are just fighting for the land and the oil. That's not patriotism for us. You're not defending America.
I'm going to
Sorry.
share a little bit of this, Ron.
Just my
I
opinion.
would love you to see this. I just want your opinion, man. So this is by Deep Robotics.
You bringing it up?
Z?
He froze.
He
Oh,
must
no,
have
didn't.
froze.
No, he didn't.
Am I frozen?
No,
You must have been. Well, we thought you were because we were waiting.
Oh,
I think he spoke a little too soon. He's got us anticipating it too.
well, you know what? I'm not even showing it on the ass.
That's why we were.
That's why we
We got something to show you.
Eastern
3
ruins
minutes.
and can
3
be
days
seen
later.
padding through desert sands, hopping down
Oh,
stepped
here we go.
inclines,
Hold on.
crossing wobbly bridges,
Holy
and
shit.
even emerging from a watering hole.
Oh my God,
Here you
that's
go.
just too fucking freaky.
Yeah.
We've
Oh,
seen the
man.
Lynx Robodog from
Walks
China's
on
Deep
wheels,
Robotics
that's
perform
scary.
some incredibly athletic feats since launching last year, such as bounding over extreme terrain and chilling in snow. Now the company has debuted a rugged version for industrial use. The Lynx M20 looks like a beefier version of its very capable wheeled kennelmate, and is described as the world's first wheeled robot designed for industrial use in extreme environments. It's expected to see use in infrastructure inspection, disaster
fucking
and
scary.
emergency, logistics
is.
and distribution, and scientific research applications. As demonstrated in the video, it conquers rugged mountain trails, muddy wetlands and debris-strewn ruins and can be seen padding through desert sands, hopping down stepped inclines, crossing wobbly bridges, and
I'm
even
just
emerging
in.
from a watering hole.
Horror movie.
The intrepid robot can zip along on 4 wheels when speed is of the essence, and independently lock them for walking mode or to climb over obstacles. It's equipped with 96-line LiDAR for 360-degree situational awareness, and sports bidirectional lighting for operation in challenging conditions while illuminating the scene for folks watching on the live video feed enabled by the wide-angle camera out front. The M20 is able to pass through gaps as narrow as 50 centimeters, is reported able to ace stairs and clamber over large objects blocking its path. It boasts a wheeled operating speed of 7.2 kilometers per hour, but can max out at 18 kilometers per hour, and its motors are able to tackle inclines up to 45 degrees. The rugged-looking beast is IP66 weather protected, and can operate in temperatures ranging from -20 degrees Celsius to 55 degrees
Get
Celsius.
me out.
It weighs in at 33 kilograms, including its battery pack, and can accept a 15 kilograms payload up top. It also benefits from a hot swap battery designed for extended missions beyond its standard 2.5 to 3 hour
See,
per
climb
charge endurance.
stairs?
A pro version of the quadruped gains autonomous charging, slam positioning and mapping, autonomous navigation, and other upgrades such as USB as well as gigabit Ethernet. This seems to be a price on asking kind
Oh
of
my
deal,
God.
but as a general guide, the regular Lynx Robodog comes in at around 18,000 US.
Is that all? I want 10.
We see that
You know, the
shit.
U.S. military about 1,000 of them.
Oh my God.
How you like that?
I don't. Remember we were talking about how you see things like cartoon animated? That just creeped the fuck out of me.
Oh wait, I'm not done
See, all
yet.
this.
I'm not done yet. I got one more I want to show you.
Oh no.
This is going to scare the fuck out of you. So hold on one quick second,
Okay.
because I really want
You
Ron's
know-
opinion on this.
Well, robotics have taken over the auto industry, and all I see is every time there's a robot, the military steps in and uses it for something.
So
This is going to be replacing our soldiers because
Yep.
sooner or later, soldiers are not going to want to shoot their own people.
so check this out.
Or totally frightening. Look at this. China's military has released this video of a four-legged robot marching through a field with an automatic rifle mounted on its back. The Chinese state broadcaster calls it the newest member of China's urban combat operations. The robot dogs are programmed to conduct reconnaissance, identify the enemy, and strike the target. If that thing comes around the corner and if you're on the other side,
gosh.
you're done.
Yeah, over.
Stop.
And you notice they showed the U.S. side that was using like fire extinguisher to do good, to put out fires and everything. And then they show China's version. They put a gun on it.
Oh, and I got one more to show you.
They're trying to demonize China. They're demonizing
I
China.
got one last one to show you, man.
You see something like that?
Everybody's so fucking scared of China. When's the last time they attacked somebody?
Exactly.
Yeah, good point.
I'm listening.
All right.
Wasn't
So-
it China that did in the USS Liberty? Let me check. No, it wasn't China.
So I got one more, Ron, and I really need you guys' opinion. And this is the last one. So check this shit out.
In a surprising turn of events, Kawasaki, widely known for its iconic green motorcycles, has taken a bold step beyond two wheels. The Japanese manufacturer recently introduced a new concept vehicle called Corleo, a machine designed not only to traverse all terrains, but also to redefine the very idea of mobility. The unveiling took place at the Kansai International Exhibition in Osaka, drawing immediate attention from both tech enthusiasts and the general public. Corleo is no ordinary vehicle. It's a four-legged robotic machine, closely resembling creatures from fantasy films. The user rides it like a horse, but its movement is far more dynamic and lifelike. Observers at the exhibition noted that it moved with the agility of a panther or a dog, a clear indication that Kawasaki aims to merge robotic engineering with natural motion in a way that's never been done before. According to Kawasaki, Corleo is designed to conquer all types of terrain, making it a versatile option for future mobility. It is even being described as a replacement for horses, with the ability to leap and adapt to rugged landscapes. This signals a significant departure from traditional off-road vehicles, suggesting a potential shift in how we view transportation in difficult environments. What powers this mechanical beast is even more intriguing. Corleo runs on a hydrogen fuel cell, reinforcing Japan's growing trust in hydrogen as a clean and sustainable energy source. Kawasaki, along with other major Japanese companies, continues to explore the hydrogen frontier, aligning with the country's broader vision of a low-emission future. Japanese industrial leaders see Corleo not just as a futuristic toy or conceptual experiment, but as a realistic vision of mobility in 2050. With the country already producing high-speed trains, aircraft engines, and Renault factories, this robotic vehicle fits seamlessly into the portfolio of advanced engineering solutions aimed at the next generation. Kawasaki emphasizes that Corleo isn't merely a fantasy drawn on a digital sketchpad. It represents a potential leap in transportation, particularly in sectors like defense, search and rescue, and remote exploration, areas where traditional vehicles may falter. The machine's autonomous capabilities and terrain versatility could give it the edge in a variety of critical use cases. As we look toward the future, Kawasaki's Corleo may mark the beginning of a new era where motorcycles are no longer confined to wheels and roads. Instead, we may see a rise of mechanical animals that offer a more natural, flexible, and intelligent mode of transportation. Whether Corleo becomes a common sight or remains a symbol of innovation, one thing is clear: the future of mobility is evolving, and Kawasaki is leading the charge.
There you go.
I'm
ahead, Sharon.
freak the fuck out. I'm sorry. And it ain't just the pot. I can just say that, all right?
I want to know for all the drill baby drill people and all the coal is life people. Do you really think these things are powered by either of those? Because electronics is the future, and hydrogen and things. Them sources are going to be the future,
And those are renewable.
and Trump used this drill baby drill shit, and you know how that shit just went out the window as soon as Elon jumped in, because then he was putting Teslas out on the fucking front lawn of the White House like it was a fucking goddamn used car
Bragging
lot.
that some states are paying $1 something for gas, and I'm going, what the fuck are you smoking? I want some of what you're fucking.
It's over $3
Yeah.
here. It's $3. Or, you know, you might find it on a good day, $2.98.
But you know, he said that the American family, the average American family now, who makes under $75,000 a year, is able to go out and have a good life and a good income. And the people who collect Social Security
In Detroit?
everywhere in all the major populations.
No.
Yeah, I'm serious.
75,000?
Yep, and food is cut like 30%. We're not paying anywhere close to what we were paying for eggs a year ago. That has dramatically lowered. Rent is
dramatically
coming
lowered.
down. Electric's coming down.
Dramatically lowered. Huh. Interesting. Very interesting. I'm looking this up right now. I'm going to my Walmart. Because I want to see what I paid last time for fucking eggs.
It's dramatic, man. Hey, and Black Watch, are you ready for this?
Sure.
Canada.
I was going
If
to
they
say,
agree to his terms, he will cut the tariffs by 10%.
well, the thing I was going to say about that before everybody finally sees it and misinterprets it, they're trying to get the House of Parliament together, right? You know, it takes a bit to try to get them together. But the Governor General usually opens it with the address.
Right.
Carney's invited Charles to do it, King Charles. Now, before you go, well, we're under the crown. No, it's not. It's to show.
They kind of are.
It's to show Trump we have friends.
Well, you kind of are, though.
No, we have friend trading partners. That's why he did it. We have
It's like Australia. Australia's still under the crown. You
No.
guys are under the crown.
April the 17th, 1982, ended everything with the crown here. Everything. It's all voluntary. We hold nothing. It created the Canadian Constitution.
Yeah, but your legal system is still based off the crown.
Well, they're a parliamentary system.
No, but you go down in Texas, there's a woman that she was going on, how come it says the crown? You know, in Texas, because it's got nothing to do with royalty. It's the authority of the law.
Mm-hmm.
The crown, the top, you can't go any further. The government, the authority. It's not the literal word. But anyway, that's what he did, and that's why he did it, to show we have trading partners in Europe. We have trading partners in, Indonesia,
Fuck. What were we buying from you guys? We were buying oil. We were
Wood.
buying
Lumber.
wood, lumber, right? Electric.
Well, this is what he said one time about drill, baby, drill. 100,000 barrels a day. We sell to you at a discount 4.3 million barrels a day.
You know
Yeah.
what?
Don't we get like 40% from Canada, don't we?
40. I think it's 40 to 60%.
Yeah.
Thought it was 60.
I
No
heard-
more.
I was over on Marissa's yesterday, and Homegrown was up there kind of
Oh boy.
preaching, what he believes. And I had to go up there after he said, we're not even drilling for oil here or whatever. I don't know exactly verbatim how he said it, but it was kind of came out like that. And I had to, we're producing fucking over 10 million barrels a day.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah.
I don't know, I don't know where you're getting this misconception that we don't drill for oil anymore because Biden said so. I don't get that theory because it sounds like somebody's dragging something. And
This
like-
one, Texas, I was told a lot of it got capped off. It's
No, it
already drilled, it's already there, and it was capped decades ago.
4 or 5 of the top leading producing refineries in the world are in Texas.
Yeah.
They're not capped.
No, I mean the wells.
The wells are not capped.
Well, I don't know, but you said refinery. She didn't say. She just meant-
Refining oil.
no, it wasn't refining. It was the oil. I don't know. That's
Part of the process.
what she
You
thought.
can't refine oil if you're not drilling for it.
We send it down there to get it refined, and you send it back up here. We need refineries, and we don't have to ship anything.
Most
You know-
oil is refined in the Middle East.
That's a good fucking question there, Israel.
Yeah, I was going to tell you, but I didn't want to interrupt anybody.
Logical fail. I didn't read.
Oh,
all that.
sorry, hold on.
Okay, there's a logical conclude does not logically follow previous statements. It can also refer to a relevant comment in conversation leading to confusion and lack of coherence in communication. That's how I feel sometimes.
Yes.
Do you?
Oh yeah, a lot.
Mhm.
Because it's like the stuff that I think is logical, I think that people are just not paying attention because I'm not probably saying it right. I'm not a scholar. I'm not an educator. I'm not.
I don't think it's
Yeah,
a matter of not
Ron.
saying it right. I think people are just in denial.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's all it is because people don't want to see the truth because the truth is scary, man.
That's why they yell fake news, fake news, fake news, fake news, fake news. So everything's fucking fake.
Sometimes motor, I don't say anything. I just listen where you come up, and it starts to sound. I'll say it from Homegrown. It sounds more like my dad's bigger than your dad. My dad's bigger than your dad. Come on out here, motor. My dad's bigger than yours. That's what it sounds like. He's not
Yeah,
here.
BP.
He's not listening.
Hey, BP.
That's the funny thing is because I could give 2 squats about my fucking dad. My whole life, I've never really give a fuck about him.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way,
I fight my own war.
I got to make a quick announcement, man.
Go
So
for it. What's up, BP?
I hijacked fucking Broke's YouTube. Broke is live on his YouTube. I hijacked it. And
we're doing all this on his. We're talking like this on his platform.
Yeah, well,
You're a fucking
I'm now
asshole.
only
G.
streaming-
You're an asshole.
I'm not only streaming to mine, but I'm streaming to his and his Twitter. I hijacked this fucking
That's
channel.
fucked up, Z. That's fucked up.
Oh, he'll get you, Z.
Hey, it's called. He calls it a broke fish and takeover. Well, I took over his channel, but I got to tell him.
And he wasn't expecting it, so that's gonna be a good one.
Oh, he's probably in town eating dead cat, man.
Stop! Stop it with the cat stuff.
Now, see, I don't see it funny at all, just because I know some of my views and broke fishings are totally opposite, or we
Yeah,
have
but
disagreements.
it's all right
So,
though, man.
I feel like now I'm propaganda or whatever the word is, on his stuff, so I kind of feel bad now. So
Hey,
Well,
Azrael.
no, don't feel bad, man. Keep up
it's
the
your
good-
fault. Why should I?
If it makes
That's right. It's my fault. I did
Exactly.
it. I stole it.
100%.
if it
I
makes
stole it on purpose.
I was just getting ready to say this was a plan. You heard him say it.
Yeah, well,
it makes
his
you feel
plan.
any
His
better,
plan.
if it makes you feel any better, Motor, Citizen Z just took over the White House YouTube channel, so we're over there now.
White House YouTube channel.
That's a good one.
He might be going back to Iceland or El Salvador tomorrow.
Yeah, it's important my ass.
he's a fool if he thinks he's leaving us behind. We're tagging along.
Jeez.
but it's fucked up, man. It's getting crazy shit, man. I just couldn't believe what those people at the shelter were telling me today, man. I'm looking at them in fucking disbelief, like, are you fucking kidding me? And they're only going to stay open a couple more months, and then they're going to close again.
Mm.
And it's
One of the, I don't know if it was on Motors channel, but there's a guy that asked me to leave, but I'll never find him again. He put up a thing, somebody, Beach from Arkansas, was before the Congress. And what he was basically saying, because he's had a trucking company down there, is all the rash of almost fatal truck accidents because they don't speak English. He wanted the Mexicans out with the CDL and everything else. And the guy ended, so you're complaining because they don't have, like, he was screwing it all up. And the congressman more or less said, you have an opposing bill. You think it's stalled? We'll never see it. And then what we said on yours about PBS and that, damned if the recap of the executive orders is going through. It's like, well, I walk into the Oval Office. I don't have to listen to Congress. You have to know English, and PBS and NPR is gone. I think that this is like a dream, right? This isn't real. Trump signs anything.
It's real.
It's a guy.
oh, it's real, all right. And we're the ones that are paying for it, man.
Well, the guy
We
from
are too.
Arkansas destroyed his own bill. You should have heard him talking. It's basically, I'm prejudiced. I don't want my trucking, to have Mexican truckers with CDLs, like I told you, like non-resident something. And the Congress is saying tough shit. You don't make sense. And Trump signs it into law as far as he's concerned.
Yeah, because it has Mexicans in it. They could be illegal aliens, man.
Yeah.
Well, that's a certain party's agenda, and they control the House, the Senate, and the presidency.
Yeah.
So if we could just throw in, illegals or certain buzzwords, the shit goes right through because everybody will fall in line and vote for it.
Yep. Everybody will fall more than fall in line. They'll stumble over each other to fall in line.
You're not a patriot. You're not you don't believe in our country if you don't stand for the country, if you don't stand up for this bill. We heard that shit with the fucking goddamn Patriot Act.
Yeah.
Yes, we did.
And
it's
they
wrong.
They've passed so many laws to take away rights after the Patriot Act. Mind you, that was the Republican Party that pushed that, and they forced it. Go ahead, Char.
No, I'm sorry. I was just going to say BP made a comment. Keep talking, Motor. I'm sorry.
They forced it down everybody's throat, and everybody was told you weren't an American if you didn't back this bill. If you didn't support the Iraq war, you're not American. Everybody was told that back in 2001, 2002, 3, whatever it was. Remember all those? I don't know. You know, some of us remember it. Some of us don't even care. Some people won't even listen.
I'm beginning to think me and Z is about the only one that's old enough, you know, to. But the whole thing, the parallel with Nixon, that he used the government thing, agenda mechanism. But what was that really going on, Z? Like he resigned, but what? Maybe you guys know more. What exactly was going on? I know.
Well, he got fucked over with Watergate. They set him up. The DNC set him up because they didn't let
DNC
or the RNC set him up, and they didn't want him in there anymore. So they evicted him, thinking Ford was better. So after Nixon, then you had Ford, and then things really got bad.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, Ford, I think, was only put in there to pardon him.
Well, the Republican Party was spying on the DNC.
Yeah.
And they were caught in those buildings. Remember?
Yeah, I remember that. But
he was forced to resign because he did not want to bring charges up against them people.
Yeah.
Right. He wasn't going to bring charges, but you know, he did go to China. He did do a couple good things, but he did a lot of things that weren't the greatest in the world.
He took down the.
He was the fall guy for the Republican Party.
The China
was. And then, you know, I never understood why they put fucking Ford in his place, man, because that guy was a moron.
He was just there to pardon Nixon, I think. That's all. That's all.
Yeah, kind of.
Ford did nothing of usefulness.
Mm-mm.
There's a lot. Sorry.
Nothing. The 70 presidents really didn't do much. Carter or Ford. They were just like they were fill-ins.
Carter, Ford. Well, Bush Senior he was a fill-in.
Well, no. The Bush families were plans.
Well, yeah,
they were plans.
Especially when Bush Jr. come out and said, "I know they got WMDs there somewhere. Oops, they didn't have any, but guess what? We got us free oil now."
I mean, the Bush family's been in our politics around 100 years now.
Yeah.
You know, and they're finally being pushed out, but you can't tell me that they have some sway in the back room. You can't tell me they don't.
Well, they do.
Yeah.
And Trump, if he thinks that you can make a deal for him, or you can advance his cause in any way, he's pretty much receptive to those type of ideas, man.
It's weird how they're turning conservatives into an extremist party.
Yes.
It is really weird how this is going right now because there's no stopping it.
No, and there is no stopping it, man. None whatsoever.
I mean, if you look at the differences in the parties, in the constituents, one party's more vocal than the other. And there's a lot of hate. There's a lot of, I don't even like to use the word hate, but it looks like hate in my book. They preach and point fingers at everybody else while they just walk this line and they act like they're untouchable. Like everything they do is right.
Hey, Ron, did you see Pope Trump?
No. Pump Trump?
Pope Trump.
Pump.
I'm afraid to ask.
Like the Pope, right? The Pope.
No.
The
Okay.
Catholic Pope. The guy that's just underneath Jesus, man.
Hey, That's another weird thing. Like, who was the last person, that official person to talk to him was who?
Yeah, but did you see it? Did you see the picture he posted at
Yeah,
Truth
yes.
Social?
This is what I'm trying to say. There's a weird correlation here where JD Vance was the last fucking goddamn official to talk to the Pope.
All right, so
Do you
so
remember
guys,
the Knights of the Thousand Knives?
Yep. Say goodbye to Broke Fishing's channel. I'm dropping this channel
Thank you.
because what we're going to talk about, he'll have kittens over. So hey,
Well, he's
Broke.
already over all the last stuff.
Well, it'll be all right, Broke. It really will. But I'm still stealing your Twitch.
I heard Trump put up a picture of him as